Hey, hi everyone, welcome back to our episodes where we dive into the world of design and creativity using Canva. Today we are going to create a standing decorative text with the sunset, gradient, and marks. This effect can make your text stand out and give your design a beautiful, vibrant touch. So let's get started, okay? So before we dive into the steps, quickly let's talk about the gradient max. A gradient max allows you to blend your color smoothly across your text, creating a gradient effect. For this tutorial, we are going to use a sunset gradient, which typically includes shades of orange, pinks, and purples. Now let's move into the Canva and set up to our design. Okay. So first up, you need to open up your Canva. Head over to the canva.com, and now let's create a new design by using the create design or use the custom designs. Or for this tutorial, I will go through or go with the standard Instagram support to this side, which is like the 1080 or 1080 pixels. Once or just click over create a new design, and now it pops up with a new design. Once your workspace is ready, let's start by the changing with the background colors. Okay, so select this one and choose here the use the background color. So now that we have now the background colors, so now let's add our text. Okay, so click on the text box, and here you can have the different text box. So add a heading by clicking over here and type in your text. For these tutorials, I will use something like the life or here or like or life your life the I can just easily use it. Then here and then I want to duplicate it with the alter, and here we have now this one. Then life in the sunshine, I can easily use it, this one. Okay, so now that we have now these text, I want to move it to the here. Then what I'm gonna do, I want to move it to the down, and same way I want to, or I can easily undo this one. And what I'm gonna do, I want to use the here with the different font styles by selecting this one and go to the font styles. Now that it changes, or you can have the different one. So I can easily make it, or what I'm gonna do, I want to make it the separations, just count to cut it. Then I want to duplicate it. Now double click and paste it to the here. Now that we have now this one, then I want to change here the also colors over here. And what I'm gonna do, I can easily make it to the here, and here I want to make it to the little bit zoom or over here. Okay, so now that we have now this one, then the same way I want to change here the font styles by using or selecting the font. And now you can have the different font styles. So for example, let's see use the signs up with this one. Then the next up is let's use also the different colors, or if you want to use the different colors, you can easily use it. Okay, just to resize it, and it can be more give you the here. Now that let's add or here the difference one and make it the different styles of that text. So what I'm gonna do, I want to select this one, go to the effect, and let's change here the difference effect for more appealing over here. You can change here the background colors if you want to use it. So now that we have now this one over here, or whatever you deserve, this one, then go you can change here the colors with the difference one. So let me use with the white colors or this one, or now that we have now also over here. Okay, so and you can have the different colors over here. Transparency, if you want to use with a different transparency, you can have also the transparency over here. Okay, so now that we have now this one, or you can change the styles over here, make it the difference or font size if you want to use it. Or what I'm gonna do, I want to use the effect, and this time, so what I'm gonna do, I want to use over here. And this times what I'm gonna do, I can easily use it or here. Let me use it to the here. Okay, so now that we have now this one, now let's add some elements. Okay, go to the here, and you can easily use with the different element by using like here to pick, or I will just want to use the two typical or the tips over here. So now that we have now this one, then let's add the graphics, and you can use the pictures if you want to use. For example, let's use the simple graphics for the example. Then I want to use here to, now that we have now this graphics over here. Okay, so now go to the edit image, and I want to use with the here the donut. Okay, buttons, and here I can just easily use it or make it with the different shadows, or like here, click over again, go to the here, these pictures, let me do it again. And what I'm gonna do, or here, click over, go to the edit over here, use the buttons, and this times with the highlight with these colors or whatever, or you can change here the intensity or change here the colors. So if you want to use it, let me use these colors over here. So now that we have now these colors, and you can easily use it more if you want to use. For example, I can easily make it the duplicated, this one also, hold the alt key or just click over, let me use, then you see the duplicate to the here, then I want to flip it over here, then this way. What I'm gonna do, let me use to the here. So now that we have now this one, then you can easily make it the different designs if you want to use with the different one. So for example, let's use the simple lips or another one. Here we have now the several lips. What I'm gonna do, I want to add the lips to the here. Just click over here, and we have now the this one. Then here that we have now these lips. Then I want to change the don't chance and change the colors. For example, I can have the different colors of here. Then I want to use with these colors. Okay, so now that we have now these colors with the don't or just click over here, let me use it over here, then I can easily move it to the whatever you want to use it, or you can easily make it another duplicate one. And this times I want to use the send this one to the back, so let me use it. And you can also use the positions, or you can use the difference layer over there. So by using the here, or you can use the positions or the transparency or this one. Before that, what I'm gonna do, let me do it, or I want to send it to the back, the layer, send it to the back. Now that we have now this one, then here that I can just easily rotate it. If you want to use the difference one, you can have here into there. Okay, I want to make it to the here. Okay, so now that we are using this one, or I can just easily rotate it over here. Okay, so now here we have now this little bit design. Okay, so now that we want to add the gradients colors. Okay, so for use the gradient colors, before that I want to make it, or so all the group it, make it the one group, so it can be movable at the same times. Now let's create create our sunset gradients. So click on the elements, and this times we will use look for the gradient background. So let me use the gradient background, and I can just say the gradient layer background over here, or I want to use the sunset gradient back or the gradient background colors. Now that we have the sunset gradient colors, you can easily choose from there. So for example, let's choose a simple one. Now that we have now this one, then I want to save it to the here, set it to the here, so that we have now this one. Then what I'm gonna do, I want to use, or just right click over here and just click over, go to the share and go to the here. Just use that transparency background and make it or save it. Okay. So now that we have now or we have saved this one. Now when I click over, so it comes with the gradient colors over here, and you can easily play with the gradient colors if you want to use with the edit or the this one, or go to the detons. You can have the different gradients, or you can easily play with the gradient colors over here, or you can change it with the more appealings or over here. And now you can see changes over here. Okay, so now that we want to use this one with the gradient colors and use the transparency backgrounds and these times, okay, so it will be come up. Let's wait some time and go to again use the transparency and use the gradient colors. So now that it's downloading this one. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I want to also delete, or I want to apply or replace the background colors. I want to delete also this one. Then I want to save also this one. So go to the here again and use the download and use the transparent background. And now that it's downloading the transparent background for this one. Okay. So now that we have used, now let's move into making the options with the, or you can easily use with the another object options. And let's use for it is the masking and clipping mask. Go to the portfolio or the flower. Then I want to do, let me use it. Or I can just easily download it from there. So what I'm gonna do, I want to use this one also. I drop to the here. So now that we have now this one, okay. And now this times I will do go to the file or image and go to the here and all go to the files with the different open in place. And this times I want to import the gradient colors over here. So now that we have now this one, okay. Now what I'm gonna do, I want to move it to the tops, this one, and here we have now this one. Then the next step is I want to use the layer and use the clipping marks. So now that we have found here the clipping marks over here, okay. So we have now this one with the gradient colors. Now we want to save it as like I can just export this one as the PNG by using the, or here the PNG, or using the file types, use the PNG. You can use the standard colors for this one. I want to use the 1080 and now save it. Okay, so now that it's saved to the here, now let's go to back to the again, go to the here. Now go to the add pages over here with the here, then use the open it. Now it's uploading over there. Okay, so now here we have now uploading these images. We have work with the sunset gradients colors, and you can easily use it. It needs to be wait sometimes, depends on your speed. Or let's use, or you can fine, just drag one from your desktop. So let me wait for the several times. So now that we have like here we have upload this one, then use to the here. Okay, so now that we have almost here the sunset gradient colors with the like in the sunshines this one. So what I'm gonna do, I want to make it more appealing with the edit image, and here like to make your design even more eye-catching, you can add also tones these options, and here we have the several options. You can easily play with this one more appealing. Like here, if I gonna click over, now that we have that these colors, now you can see you can easily use it with here. Okay, so whatever you prefer, you and make it the more appealing. And let's go back to the again here, use the buttons and make it the more appealing with the these colors. Or here I can easily use it with here. Or what can I do? Let me use, or I can just easily use with the same colors, or you can change here the difference one. Okay, so once you are happy with your design, it's time to save and export it, or you can easily look it to the background. Or if you want to change here the background with the white color, so it will be come up like this one. Okay, so it will be using, or you can easily use it. Now what I'm gonna do, I want to use this one into our t-shirts. So for using the t-shirts, go to the here the elements, and this times I want to use the mockup or mockup t-shirts. This one, let me use a t-shirt mockups over here. I want to work with the difference or graphics or shapes, or use the frames, use the mockups. So now that we have that different mockups, then what I'm gonna do, I want to use here, or before that I want to add into the here, I want to move to the here. Okay, so now let's fit it into the here, and here now that we have now this one, or I can just easily use it with a difference one like here. Or let me use the another one, I want to use to the back, or back t-shirts to the here. And before we apply to the here, so we want to save it as the transparency. Go to the share, restrict the download, and this times I want to is the transparent background, and use only the, or let me use only the second page, then download is okay. So it's not downloading over here, and here and it's everything is downloaded. Now let's move into our upload into the here, so I can work with the to the here. Okay, what I'm gonna do, let's move into the here. What I'm gonna do, I want to use now, now it's applying our styles into the t-shirts, and now you can see it's come over with this one. Okay, or we can just easily take it to the here for the better, and you can easily use it. As now you can see this is the life in the sun shines, and this is the sunset gradients color with there. Okay, so and you can easily export it, and this is, and there you have it, a stunning decorative text with the sunset gradient marks, and ready to be shared on your social media or used in any other project. Okay, so and thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please be with us, and thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next time.